Hi, I'm Dave Hostetter, curator of the Planetarium at the Lafayette Science Museum. Welcome to Acadiana Skies. It's Big Dipper season. It's a time of year when the Big Dipper is prominent, and you can use it to find a lot of things up there in the sky. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. If you go outside about 9:15 or 9:30, right after the sky gets dark, and look over to the north, you're going to find the Big Dipper up there. It'll look like an upside-down pan with a bent handle. The two stars at the front of the Dipper's cup are called the pointer stars. They point the way to the famous North Star, which is not the brightest star of the nighttime sky, just kind of an average-looking star in many ways. If you live out in the countryside, well away from lights, look also for the Little Dipper. If you can find it, look for these two stars called the Guardians of the Pole. About halfway between the Guardians and the star that makes the bend of the Big Dipper's handle is Thuban, a medium bright star, but it used to be the North Star back at the time in history when the pyramids of Egypt were being built. Earth has had different North Stars at different times in history because of various motions of the Earth. Then let's go back to the Big Dipper and let's look a little more toward the northwest also. We're going to follow the line from where the handle and the cup come together diagonally across the cup and keep on going. And that will take you to Gemini the Twins, two moderately bright stars, Castor and Pollux. Now let's take a look over into the eastern sky. Again, we see the Big Dipper, but this time we're going to follow the handle. If we follow the handle of the Big Dipper, it'll take us to Arcturus, a bright star, and onto another fairly bright star called Spica. Arcturus and Spica. The way you remember that is follow the arc to Arcturus and speed on to Spica. Spica is in the constellation of Virgo the Girl, a large, faint constellation that really doesn't look like much of anything. Arcturus is in the constellation of Boötes the Herdsman, and to tell you the truth, I think it looks more like a kite than anything else. It's about as long as the length of your hand held out at arm's length, which is also about the same length as the length of the Big Dipper. So they are similarly sized groups of stars. Let's take a look around into the south. Now, you might think it's a little strange to be talking about using the Big Dipper and looking into the southern sky, but if you look up at the Big Dipper that will be behind you, you'll see these two stars at the back of the cup that I like to call the lion pointers. Follow the lion pointers away from the North Star and it will take you to Leo the Lion. Looks like a backward question mark with a triangle of stars behind it. I think this is the lion's nose and its head and mane, the lion's back, and the triangle represents his rear legs. I think he's lying down in the sky. There's the stomach, along the chest, along the throat, and back to the head and the nose again. The whole group, again, is about the size of the length of your hand held out at arm's length. So the groups we've been looking at are fairly nice sized up there in the sky. In fact, this time of year, the Big Dipper not only is prominent, but it really does look at a lot of different things and take you to a lot of different things. Once you find those basic constellations, there are fainter, smaller constellations near them that often have things like double stars and star clusters in them that are very pretty in binoculars or a low-power telescope. So if you have something like that, go out and take a look for those things and see if you can find them. And whether you've got that or not, go out and take a look at the sky. As you find things, don't forget to share them to your friends and family because lots of people like to be able to find things in the sky. Be careful to keep your social distance these days, though. Thank you for being here for Acadiana Skies.